Hello there, I hope you're doing great and thank you so much for coming to the second edition of short keyboard mappings that will save your time. As a beginner DJ, this is really not only going to be on keyboard mappings but also this work on little controllers, like for example I'm using it on Mixtrack Pro 1 from Numark. I'm your host Kaisam as always, and if you're new to the channel I want to welcome you on board, so please make sure you subscribe because we have this content coming your way always. And without wasting a lot of time, let's see what we have for today. Alright, so in today's video we're going to focus on how we can control the browser section of Virtual DJ right all the way from our keyboard. This might also help you not only in saving time, but also if you don't have a proper mouse or you don't want to be using your touchpad all the time, you can squeeze some mappings on your keyboard to do this. So the first thing that I would want to show you is how you can scroll in your list, like in the list of songs, and that is scrolling down and scrolling up. So I'm just going to be doing this as I show you the mappings right away. So let's go to the mapping section, and in the mappings area here, the mapping that I really use for scrolling down is F8 in this case, and here I simply say browser underscore scroll +1, and then that is going to scroll down. So if I press that, I'll be scrolling down in the list, and then the next one that will be scrolling up is F7, which is browser scroll -1. Alright, so you can also save space on your keyboard by putting this on the same key. You can say F8, you'll put scroll +1, and then maybe to scroll the opposite way you'll also put Control F8, right? By that trick you will have saved space on your keyboard. Alright, so let's see how that works. Alright, and the second thing I would want to show you is to load a song after scrolling. Of course, after scrolling then you would need to load a song. So how do you even load a song here? I have this mapping here. On my keyboard I'm using F6, which says browser enter, right? There's browser and underscore then enter. For my case I have put browser enter and sync because I want to load a song when it is already synchronized to the other song, like to the opposite deck. So I have that when I really want to save so much time. I say browser enter and sync, but what you should expect by default is without that sync, just say browser enter and it's going to work. So after scrolling up or down and the focus is on a certain song, or even you press F6 in this case, you will be able to load that song to the current active deck. So you have to make sure you know which deck is currently selected as the active one, and you'll be able to load your song right away there without wasting so much time. And the next one that is very important here is the one which is on F5, which is browser window +1, right? It's browser underscore window +1. So when you really save that mapping and then go back the other side, you should be able to see that you have on your browser window you have 3 sections. Like you have 3 browser windows, if I should really be precise. You have this window, I should call it the tab, which has your directories and folders and everything else, and then you have this one in the center which is showing the list of songs which is inside the currently open folder. And also you have this other section which has side lists, remixes, samplers, auto mix, karaoke and etc. So those are 3 windows. So this mapping here which I just showed you, what it does is that it moves one step to the next browser window. So if the current selected browser window is this one of folders, if you press it once it will be able to come to the list of songs. So you should be able to scroll there in the list of songs. And how do you know? When you press it once you'll see the window that jumps. The highlight, which is gray in color, is so bright, like brighter than the other window. So when you press it once again it's going to go to the sampler section. That means you can be able to scroll between samplers, etc. So when you press it one more time it's going to the folders, and you can be able to scroll up and down in your folders. So that is one way. So you should get your fingers fast on this and you get used to it. You should be dope at it. The next one that I really want to show you is that we're going to go to you're going to go to the mappings area. The one I want to show you here is F9, which is browser folder. This is a very interesting one here and which saves you a lot of time. Browser underscore and folder. So what this really does is that when you have your focus on a certain folder, let's say audio, which is here, if you have your focus on audio and you press F9, it is going to open all the subfolders which are inside that same folder there. So when you press F9, you should be able to see, like for my case, I have these folders here which are level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and level X. So when I press it one more time, it's going to close that. So it's the same thing. And if I want to close, let's say, that local disk C, that means I have to scroll up one more step and then I press F9 to close it. So you can practice doing that and you'll be able to save so much time during your mixes. I also have another one that I want to show you. Let's go back to the mapping section. I have F10, which is also very important and very interesting. In fact, let me say I have F10 and F11. So these ones are the same, and what I like about them is that they enable you to open a specific folder that you have specified. So let's say you have your songs in level 3, which is F10. So you only have to type this mapping correctly. It is browser _ go to folder. So you have to then open quotes, and inside those quotes you're going to paste the correct path or the correct directory of that folder where there are your songs. So how do you even fetch the correct directory? You're going to go to your file explorer, and for my case I have music in local disk C. I'm going to go to audio. I'm going to go to level 3. This is where I want. So what I really want from here is that I want to copy the correct directory path of this folder here. I'll then press in front of it here and it will be highlighted in blue. So you have to press Ctrl C or you right click to copy. So what you do while you're typing your mappings, then you're going to paste that very path, the directory that you've copied, inside quotes. And then when you close after saving your mappings, you should be able to press that same F10 to open that folder which is level 3. I also have F11, which is opening for me level 1, which is another folder that has songs, and it is so fast in saving time if I have my songs listed in those folders. That is very interesting, guys, and if this is something you really knew before, I want to thank you for having fun around. But if you think I really added something to your knowledge, please make sure you give me a like on this one. But that is all I had for today. I hope you're going to get your fingers fast on this one and you'll be able to save a lot of time on your keyboard. You're going to really enjoy mixing, and if you're new, please let me ask you to subscribe one more time, and please click that small bell because I always have these videos coming. So if you want to get notified, make sure the bell is turned on. If you want to see me again, please open my next video. See you out.